Hi Cancer, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. Hope you guys are really well. So last month I wasn't on screen. I'm only going to be on camera a little bit each month now because I want you to see the cards, okay? So I want to come on, introduce who I am. You guys know me from the other videos, man. So yeah, you already know me, Cancerians, okay? You know what I look like, you know everything about me. But anyway, sorry, I'm being a right daft pig today. But you know what? Life's too short, yeah. Yeah, so this is your reading. You're going to see the cards, okay? I'm going to hone down the camera on the cards. Just want to say, hiya. Okay, so we're going to have a look what's coming for Cancerians for the month of July 2017. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Show me what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer for the month of July 2017. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. I'm just honing in on Cancer. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer for the month of July 2017? Show me. Alright, so Cancerians, what we've done, we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, you've got something coming up called the Storyteller Triple Cross. It's my own. I didn't devise the Triple Cross. I don't know who did. I saw it in a book once. Witch's Tarot Triple Goddess Cross. I think it is I saw, or Triple Cross Goddess Spread. But anyway, this is my version of the Triple Cross. I'm sure that other people have made up their own versions of the Triple Cross as well, but I love doing it. We get 3 layers of Celtic Cross, which is what I'm doing now, so 30 cards. We examine each layer, and then what I tend to do is put all 3 cards in each area together to form a story. So looking at the keywords and how we can make keywords out of that. It's really, really good. Love it. This is how I do my Triple Crosses on my actual website. So yeah, we're going to split the deck into 3. We're going to collect it back up now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to, for Cancerians, okay, right. Oh, that's an interesting reading for the month. All right. It's not too bad actually. At first when I saw the card, I was like, what the fuck's this? And then the other cards came up and it was pretty good. Right, I'm going to hone down on the cards now, just bear with me. Okay guys, so yeah, we're looking down at the cards. So it's an eclectic mix of cards really, because you're Cancerian, so there really is, this is in the you now position. Ace of Cups. Could be that some of you guys are still in love. Ace of Cups in the you now position would mean that the client is probably still in love. They still hold their heart out. They're still open and they're still very receptive. So some of you guys, it might be that you're still in love. You still have feelings for a person, which is why it might be that you're experiencing some sadness in the month of July 2017. Could be that there was a breakup of a relationship. It might have been a legal breakup, might have been a divorce. You do have the Justice cards sitting here. Your challenge is the Hermit. So Hermits usually show up. Some people say, you know, Hermit is about withdrawal, and it is, but it's, how can I explain? Hermit is complex. It's freaking complex, man, as a card. It really is, Cancerians. Because Hermit doesn't always, sometimes it can just be that it is a withdrawal status that is imposed on you because it's something that you have to do. When you get the Hermit reversed, it really is saying, fuck you to the world. I really don't want to be a part of this at all. So it's almost like you withdraw from a situation in a more negative sense. When it's in the upright, for me, this Hermit means, because when you get reversals, Cancerians, what it really says is that it's either the lesser rendition or explanation of what the upright is, or it means the complete opposite. So if it's going to be, this is why I don't always follow that the Hermit upright is completely withdrawal, because it means that if it was in the reverse, it means, yeah, happy birthday to you, yeah, you know, you're all out there sort of thing. It's not always the way with the Hermit. The Hermit is the Hermit no matter what. So sometimes it can be to a lesser degree that you withdraw from a situation, but I think that this is more, because for me the Hermit is about gaining insight. So it might be that you guys are trying to gain insight with the Hermit being the challenge. Because when you get a Hermit, for example, if somebody were to say to me, does John like me? and the person was, for example, a Queen of Cups. So, for example, Cancer, you said to me, does John like me? And I got you in the reading, then I pulled another card and it showed the Hermit looking over at you. Or, you know, they've got this lamp shining at you. It says, well, well, I say, yeah, he does. He doesn't withdraw from you because he's got the light that's shining out at you. He's trying to find out about you. He's trying to get some more information about you. It's not that he's withdrawn from you, he just wants some more information. So this really is, for me, is the card about seeking further information on a situation, needing some form of insight. And I feel that you guys, your challenge is gaining. Your challenge could also be a Virgo individual, because Hermits represent the zodiac sign of Virgo and will show up as Virgo people. Might be that your challenge is that there is a person here, especially if you had a breakup with this person and it's final, because you've got Justice energy here. The best case scenario is that some of you guys may be free. The Fool energy showing up here. Okay, some of you guys, it might be that what you'll experience is the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups can be third-party situations, but I don't think this is a third-party situation because I think you're done and dusted with it. We can see 3 cups are downturned here, but it's almost like some of you guys decide to get your mojo back. It might be that you are around friends, family, other people, in which it could also be that maybe, just maybe, you've got a couple of suitors coming in here, one in which you're going to need to choose between. You've got 2 of Pentacles showing somebody who's kind of choosing, well, which one do I want to go for, especially if there are people around you, you know, possible couple of suitors for some of you guys coming in. It could be, well, which one do I choose? 2 of Pentacles, need to weigh out which one I'm interested in. Your fears will be the 5 of Pentacles. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because if your fears are the 5 of Pentacles, then why is that? Because the best case scenario is the Fool, you're free. Fool is about taking a leap of faith, and it's about freedom, and it's about not caring. But I don't think that this is you guys not caring, because I think the root issue for the month is dealing with a breakup or a breakdown of a situation in which the crowning thoughts are, well, I'm going to leave this behind. So this is about kind of saying, well, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm just going to have to just go with the flow. Just leave a situation behind, not worry about it, because you meet other people, 3 of Cups in the immediate future, a few weeks into July. Possibly a couple of potentials going on there with the 2 of Pentacles. Perhaps your fear is not finding anyone that you can, because I think this might be for some of you guys, it might have been something important to you. Important situation, relationship that might not have worked out. Which is why some of you guys are still gaining some insight. And if you're still gaining insight into a particular person here, Cancerian, that could be why your fear is the 5 of Pentacles. Maybe never finding that type of relationship again. Okay? But we've got the 6 of Wands showing here in the outcome as a result of this. And 6 of Wands shows followers, and it shows interest. And it shows kind of, you know, being the, you know, the centre of attention. So I feel that you guys kind of get your mojo back in a situation here. We're going to, in the month of July, what we're going to do, Cancerians, is we are going to just get some combination cards and see why you're the Ace of Cups in the month of July 2017. Let's have a look. Because of the Sun. Usually the Ace of Cups for me is about new relationships, and the Sun is something that's really good, a new, positive, happy relationship. But then why are you this here? Could be that you're overcoming something. We'll get the 5 of Cups while you're the 5 of Cups here. Let's see what's going on with this 5 of Cups, Cancerians, and why your focus for the month is the 5 of Cups. Well, because of moving on. I think that it might be that you're upset. Possibly it could be that somebody moved on. It could be that you've moved on. It could be that you're upset over a fire sign individual here. Alright? So, for some of you guys, I feel what's happening so far is that... let's get the root issue first. The root issue for the month is the Tower. This root issues are usually the distant past, what's happened to the past, or something that's carrying through to now. So let's have a look at what the root issue is. The Tower. What's the reason for the Tower? Or... well, I think there was a breakup of a relationship here, a home, you know, a solid relationship potentially happening here. Because you've got the 4 of Wands. Whenever you see this Tower, and you get it with Lovers, or 2 of Cups, or 4 of Wands, usually this is the breakup of a relationship here. Could have been something legal. We'll see what Justice comes up with here. In which there was justice. Justice can also mean finality and completion. Okay. I think that there was justice. Some of you guys might have chosen to block somebody out here. Alright. So, I feel that what's going on here is you guys are the Ace of Cups. This is the you now position for Cancerians. And I think it's because you're still open to this relationship with the Sun. The Sun is the reason for the Ace of Cups, okay? Could be some of you guys are pregnant. You got Ace of Cups and Sun, both pregnancy cards, okay? This is usually the conception. This is a child as well. Could be something around pregnancy. We don't see an Empress, but do we need one? Could be something around pregnancy maybe. Some of you guys might be worrying about pregnancy, something like that. Some of you guys might still be receptive to love here with the Sun. It might be that you're still positive about somebody here. But the root issue is there was a breakup within this relationship. Some of you guys may have made a big decision here, the Justice card, to block somebody out with that Two of Swords. Because the challenge is the Hermit. What comes with the Hermit? Did you find something out? Hermit can also mean to find something out. Let's have a look at what the reason is, the challenge for the Hermit. Well, there you go. You've got a High Priestess because of the High Priestess. I think that you guys have gained insight into a situation because of a secret. Because the High Priestess, this is what I was thinking before this card showed up. There was a secret here. The High Priestess represents something that was hidden. But the Hermit would tell you that perhaps you're going to gain some insight into that. So I feel that you guys have gained some insight. Your challenge is something you found out, which is why you're upset. Five of Cups. Now, you could have been upset because this person, if it was a love situation, I might have been getting around. You see this Ace of Wands? You see the wand that he holds here? This is somebody who's shaking his penis around the place. He's saying, yeah, come on, get it. That type of thing. You know? So this could be somebody, you know, you'd be upset. Maybe somebody's been sexually promiscuous, potentially, with this Knight of Wands. For some of you guys, you might have left. Knight of Wands can either be somebody who's, you know, sexually promiscuous, somebody who's kind of very... sexually active, for example. I always say with the Knight of Wands, Cancerians, that, you know, this person likes to depart, but they never like to arrive. Alright, so in other words, this person likes to come and go, but they never like to stick around. So it might be that you're upset because this person's kind of in and out. They didn't stick around. They've been kind of messing you about a little bit here. Okay, and see, the thing is, there was a breakup for some of you guys here. But I thought, you know, you are still in love potentially. Could be children involved. Could be that some of you guys are dealing with pregnancy, that type of thing. But also I feel that for some of you Cancerians, you're still in love here. And the root issue is there's been a breakup. It was a necessary one, okay? In which there was a decision made, possibly a decision made to block someone out. Could be the challenge is what you found out about this individual, which is why you're upset. Could be that this person possibly was, you know, shaking it all about. They weren't being completely honest with you, committed to you. It could be that you're upset because you had to leave. You decided that you would leave. Remember, this is not just about sexual promiscuity. Sometimes with this Knight of Wands, it's also about changing location, moving out, that type of thing. The best case scenario right now for you guys in the month of July is the Fool. And let's have a look what comes up with the Fool energy here. And the Seven of Wands, because of the Seven of Wands. I feel that you want to go on your merry little way, because with the Seven of Wands, I feel that you are very defensive. Because the Seven of Wands often represents to be quite defensive individual. Okay. Also, it could be that if you're upset by a fire sign person here, it could be that your crowning thoughts are, you know what, actually, I'm just going to fuck off and leave this person who doesn't want to know behind, because this could easily, remember, they're both wand energy. It could be the same person here. Especially if this person's been messing about. With the Seven of Wands, it often shows a person who's not particularly, can either be that somebody's defending, they're possessive of a relationship, but sometimes, if you look at the Seven of Wands, this is the fingers that hold out and they say, give it to me. And this person with the wand is like, no. Okay, so this could easily be the person that's saying, fuck off, I don't want to know. And you're like, okay, fuck you too. I'll go in my own little merry way, because you know what? You held back shit on me and you can fuck off now. That type of thing. The rolling weeks into July for some of you Cancerians are seeing the Three of Cups energy showing here. Let's have a look at the Three of Cups. What comes up with that? Well, because of death. So I feel that you're going to be forming new friendships, more alliances, but also I feel that you're going to be very much closer to friends, family, that type of thing, and that's because of an ending here. All right, this can also be maybe third-party situation. If you were to see how we do tarot, or how I do tarot, you can either get this card because of this card, or you can get this card and this card. All right, so this could be a friendship is ended. because it's an ending card of the Death card, and this is friendship. Friendship's ended as a combining card. It could be while you're making new friends, Three of Cups, or there's happiness that this ended. Okay, you're kind of gloating, you're feeling good, and you are the sign of Cancer, for this is you guys. You're feeling really, really good because maybe this relationship ended with this person here, in which what you'll experience is the Two of Pentacles. Let's have a look while we get this Two of Pentacles here. You'll need to possibly start weighing up. You know, the Two of Pentacles because of the Magician. The Magician represents to start again. I think some of you guys, what you'll experience is needing to weigh up exactly how you're going to start again with that Magician card. Okay. Also, this is ideas when you get the Magician. The Magician usually stands for, it could be that there is a person that comes in who is a magician. So it might be that there's a new person that comes in here. I think something ended with somebody. You still hold a torch for some of you guys around a particular person here. But I think you're going on your merry way because you know either that this person's no good for you, or it could be that you're going on your merry way because you decided to block the hell out of them. But you might be blocking them of social media as well, because wands can be social media cards. Two of Swords can also be on blocking somebody out and I'm not contacting them. So it might be for some of you guys you're blocking somebody and not contacting them, in which you need to kind of weigh up. Two of Pentacles. Is it a good idea maybe to go for someone new, or, you know, I need to weigh up which way I go from now, maybe with this Magician energy. Your hopes or fears are Five of Pentacles. Let's get why this is the hopes or fears for Five of Pentacles for Cancerians. Let's have a look. Because of the King of Wands. I think it's a fire sign individual. I think that this is possibly for some of you guys a fire sign person, because it's showing the King of Wands. Could be a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, but it doesn't have to be a fire sign. This person might be. It could be that they're still interested, because whenever I see the King of Wands, this person has their hand. They're facing. Let me have a look where they're facing. They're facing left. Any card you see facing left, sometimes they're facing the past still. And we see the King of Wands. To me, this is somebody who watches. So whenever I see the King of Wands, I know that somebody's still watching something here. This person's still watching this Five of Pentacles. So it could be, Cancerians, some of you guys, it might be that your fears are being estranged from a person that you might still be interested, potentially. The person's still watching this situation here. Could be. The outcome is the Six of Wands. Let's have a look what comes with the Six of Wands. Why the outcome is the Six of Wands here. Because of the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like you guys are going to be feeling pretty good about yourself. Maybe because you're interacting with somebody else. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles isn't just a family situation. I wouldn't read it as a family situation in this case. I'd probably read this as somebody who was socially interacting, because the Ten of Pentacles is a social interaction card. Represents when you're in a restaurant, or you're in a bar, or you're at the cinema. You know, there's lots of people around with this card. So I feel that you guys, you're going to be feeling pretty good by the end of July, because I think you're going to be socially interacting with somebody else. And it might be this person here, the Magician. You're weighing up, well, should I maybe go for this person? Or, you know, you're weighing up, well, maybe should I, you know, entertain somebody new, the Magician, or start again. But it says you're going to be feeling quite good, I think, because you're going to be socially interacting with somebody else, or just socially interacting. It could be with family as well, with that Ten of Pentacles going on there. Feeling safe and secure within family situations. So it could be, especially with this Three of Cups showing up here. And Two of Pentacles can also be where you're having, you know, fun. So this card often suggests when you're having some friendly communication as well. And remember, the Magician is the card of the communication. So it might be what you've experienced is with this Two of Pentacles, some form of kind of lively debate. It could be over because of the Magician. How do I start again? I think it might be with these three people here. I do get the impression, Cancerians, you guys are going to be enjoying more time made with family and friends with the Three of Cups, because you've ended something with someone here in which you're going to be having some really nice times, some jolly debate, you know, some jolly kind of communication here with this Magician because of what's happened. So you might be saying, oh, well, I thought that I'd go to India for a year and go and sit on a hill with a bag of rice or something and a little goose. And you'll all laugh, and all this stuff, you know. I think there's going to be a lot of jollities and kind of fun around how you start to kind of pick yourself up. your only sort of drawback is in your fears, and that is not being able to let go, I feel, with this Five of Pentacles. Still being kind of estranged, maybe from, it could be a fire sign person or from this person here. Because I do feel that some of you guys are still quite attached to this individual. You've got this Ace of Cups and the Sun. And I feel that just reading, remember, as I always say with the readings, Cancerian, you can't see cards just the way that they are, you know, written down in a book. It's not fair and it's not right to look at a card because you've got a load of threes in a reading. It means there are additional people. Most of the time it does, but sometimes it can mean all sorts of things. Three of Pentacles doesn't have to mean a workplace situation. It doesn't. That is the general meaning of that card. Three of Pentacles can also mean I'm going out for dinner with a friend, or I'm going shopping with my sister. Pentacles are social cards. This doesn't always mean a family situation. Sometimes this can mean being with family, yes, definitely. But sometimes it can just mean that you're socially interacting with others. Really, honestly, you've got to be able to look outside of what the cards, you know, what the books tell you that these cards mean. You really have to, or else you're going to get yourself into ever such a bit of a funk if you start reading for others. It doesn't always mean family. It can't. Because the world is too big and life is too big and people's experiences are far more than just a family with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles can describe an individual, somebody who's very well respected, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I feel some of you guys, you are going to be maybe expanding, you know, going out, having a good time, that type of thing, because something's over. I do feel that you're going to be having some very friendly banter with this Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, I've seen this. And how do I know this is friendly banter? Because whenever I've done my own readings, I've seen Two of Pentacles and King of Swords. That was me having friendly banter that morning. An hour later, we were kind of having a bit of a friendly debate in the kitchen about shit, and my brother's the King of Swords. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is the cards mean a multitude of things. This can definitely be friendly banter with the Two of Pentacles here, because he's kind of hopping on one foot and then the other. It's kind of nice. It's a nice energy. With a magician, it might be somebody new. A magician, somebody that kind of takes your fancy, somebody you're attracted to. And therefore, it might be for some of you guys, you're going to be feeling better about yourself, you're going to be feeling more confident. It could be because there's, you know, you've been invited out. There's going to be, you know, some social interaction between you and somebody else here. Also, it could just mean that you're feeling better because you've got family around you, really good, solid, strong family around you. And, you know, I just think that there is, yeah, could be with a King of Cups here. Got King of Cups showing up there. I don't think it's you. Cancerians can be seen as King of Cups and Queen of Cups, but I think that this is this could be somebody else, but it could also be that you're feeling really good, really confident. It could be a very strong family situation, makes you feel better, maybe with that King of Cups, makes you feel more emotionally stable. King of Cups is an emotional, stable card, and some people do read King of Cups as a Cancerian. It can also be that maybe you're going to be feeling really good, really confident, because you might be with the Ten of Pentacles, there's going to be some social interaction with a King of Cups potentially showing here. But I think that the month ends up very, very well for you, Cancerians. Let's go back to the beginning of the reading and just quickly go through this reading again. I think that just looking at the way the cards are, I feel some of you guys are still in love with someone. You're still holding kind of a little bit of a candle open for this individual here. I think there was a breakup maybe in a relationship for some of you guys. You've made a decision, maybe you're going to block somebody out here. Could be because the challenge is that you found something out. You got this Hermit that's gained insight, and it could be because of the High Priestess on a secret. Okay, in which you're feeling really upset. Five of Cups. Could be because this person was sexually promiscuous. They might have been waving their penis all around the place. For you men, and it's a woman, it could be, yeah, again, somebody's quite promiscuous. It might be that this person wasn't around much. They might have been kind of very flippant in who they are. It might be that you moved on for a relationship with this Knight of Wands. It might be that it's a fire sign individual. The best case scenario is to, you know, for some of you guys, it might be that you decide that you're just not going to care. You're just going to start to look at life as if it's a one big happy party. I'm not going to be really upset, and I'm not going to keep holding on to this situation because I'm free and single, and because this person doesn't want me, and this person doesn't truly respect me, and this person, you know, has rejected me. It could be also, well, I decide to be free, the best case scenario, because, you know, I'm going to block this person out. Seven of Wands. The next few weeks into July, I feel, sees the Three of Cups. You guys feel, you know, possibly, you know, talking to friends, family, sort of amalgamating yourself onto a scene. Could be because there's been an ending here in terms of this individual here, and there's been acceptance of that, in which some of you guys might be having friendly banter with a magician. somebody you don't really know, but somebody who sparks your interest. It could be that you're having friendly banter, maybe with family, friends, because that friendly banter might be on how you start getting things going again in your life. Your only fear will be kind of complete and utter distance, I feel, with the Five of Pentacles from the person that's still facing you. That King of Wands could be a fire sign, male or female. The outcome, though, I feel, is that you're going to be feeling pretty good about yourself. I also feel that you might be quite popular. It might be that you're quite popular in a social scene. It could be with a King of Cups. It could be that you're feeling really confident because you're going out or you're having dinner with a King of Cups. Could also be where you're feeling really good and really happy with that Six of Wands. It could be because you're feeling very stable and secure within a family that have helped you to weather the storm emotionally with this King of Cups. Either way, I feel that the end of July is going to see you guys. I think you start off, possibly even from now going into July, feeling a little bit down about something, but I think it really changes up for you, and I feel that you just end up feeling, you know what, actually, I feel really good now. I feel really good about this situation. I don't feel too bad. I think that you have this new lease on life showing up by the end of July. We're going to get your advice card, Cancerians. Universe, Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Cancer? What is the advice that you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What is the advice that you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer for the month of July 2017? Show me. Oh, it says unlikely. Why does it say that? What's unlikely? Okay, what's unlikely, Universe? Why did you come up with that card? What is unlikely for Cancer in the month of July 2017? It says unlikely, ask for help from others. Why do they need to ask for help from others? Why do Cancerians need to ask for help from others? Show me. Because you need to be assertive. It says unlikely. I think it's saying that if you feel negative, because the word unlikely is that something's not going to happen. So if you feel quite negative about a situation, maybe around this situation that's been happening, you need to ask for help. I think that Three of Cups might factor into that if you need to be assertive. And the assertiveness could be, yeah, Six of Wands can also be assertive. So it means the outcome might be that you guys need to be assertive in situations if you want to have some kind of, especially if something grabs your attention. It could be that somebody here is grabbing your attention. Magician often shows up for people that grab our attention. They're gorgeous, they're attractive, they've reignited a spark in us. It might be you guys are kind of toying with the idea as well of kind of approaching this person. And if that's the case for some of you Cancerians, it might be, you know, you need to be assertive in a social situation, because Ten of Pentacles can be social situations. This is the card of being assertive. So need to be assertive in a social situation. It could be around a King of Cups energy here, or be assertive in a social situation if you want emotional kind of balance or something like that. But I feel it's saying ask for help from others if you need to, you know, be assertive. And this is what it could be with the Three of Cups. That, you know, friendships are going to help you kind of understand that something that didn't work out was meant not to work out. Because it means that it allows other things to come in. And I think that if you are kind of, the Magician also means self-confidence. So some of you guys might be toying with how you become more self-confident, because the Magician card means to have the confidence to start again. So some of you guys might be toying with the idea of, well, how do I start again? How do I get confident after all of this stuff? And it could be showing up that you are feeling confident here with these three cards here. It could be saying, you know what? You know, in order to get your confidence, if you feel that things are unlikely, ask for help from others if you need to be assertive around situations. Okay, that is your reading for the month of July 2017, Cancerians. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And I'm going to be back with your Storyteller Triple Cross reading. Okay, so keep your eyes peeled for that. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.